Yo, what's up? It's your boy Miles Cunningham. It's popping. Shout out to Lucario. Shout out to the supporters. Everybody on the Bad Boy membership. Everybody on the Patreon. Bad Boy Show. Confidence Show. All right. Like, share, subscribe. We want this thing to grow. At least just give it a like. Just click on the like. Click on the thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Do something. You know what I mean? But today I want to just tell you a quick story, right? So the other day, a friend of mine was on a phone interview, and it was interviewing for a job. And it was the type of job where you have to do like, group work, work with groups and all that type of stuff. And, I'm in the room with her and I overheard her on the interview. So I was like, yo, tell them that you like to bake. And she kind of laughed it off. You know what I'm saying? And before she got off the phone, I told her again, I said, yo, tell them that you like to bake. And then she still didn't do it. But then when she got off the phone, she was like, yo, why should I tell them that I like to bake? Like, that's not really important. And I said, is it? You know what I'm saying? I said, think about baking for a second. I said, first of all, it's something that you're passionate about. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you really love to do. It's something that tells people about who you are as a person, right? So you want to keep that in your conversation. You want to tell them about what it is you love, right? And I said, let's look at what it is. Let's look at what you do when you bake. When somebody bakes, they're never just baking one thing for themselves. It's never an individual meal that you're baking. Usually it's something that a lot of people are going to have. So when you're baking, you're being considerate to a lot of other people's needs. You're being considerate to a lot of other people's taste buds, right? And then also with baking, you're mixing a lot of different ingredients, right? And you have to follow a recipe. You have to follow instructions, right? You have to follow a plan, and you have to make sure those recipes work together. You also have to work hard to mix those recipes, right? You got to put in some elbow grease. You got to put in some work. And then after all of that, when you put it in the oven, you still got to have patience, right? Because you can't take the cake out the oven before it's done. So that shows patience. So I listed a whole bunch of attributes that are special about her personality through her passions. You see what I'm saying? Now, understand that in itself, just on a side note, that is an example. Now, this person that I'm talking about, she's a friend of mine, right? But that's just an example of the type of game that you can bestow onto a female when you're a man that's aware, you understand game, you understand the type of value that you can bring, right? So after that conversation, it was like an epiphany for her. She was like, oh my God, like, you're so right. Like, I really need to make that a part of my, conversation. I really need to keep that in what I'm talking about and use it to represent myself and express who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because when you break it down, it really says a lot of great things about your personality, right? So that being said, what I wanted to talk about today is, as a man, as a person, you want to take certain things that you're passionate about and you want to keep them in your conversation. You want to, just as passionate as you are about that thing, you want to be passionate about sharing that when you're talking to somebody, or if you're in a job interview, or if you're pitching a business, or even if you're talking to a chick. You see what I'm saying? You want to be passionate about things that you're passionate about, right? Because you don't really, a lot of times we overlook, we take it for granted, and we overlook how special these things are and why they make us important, why they make us different from the other people, why they express value in our personality and who we are. You understand what I'm saying? So it could be anything, man. It could be anything. Like, you could say that I love to wash dishes, right? I mean, I don't know. It might be a person out there that likes to wash dishes. I mean, what does that say about you? That says that you're clean. You know what I'm saying? That says that you have patience. That says that you are willing to get your hands dirty. You're willing to do things that most people don't like to do, right? Those are special things about you. And depending on the situation, it could give you an advantage that a lot of people, an advantage over the other people who are trying to, for example, go for the position, go for the job, or whatever. Or even if you're talking to a chick, it might show something different about you than she's ever seen from any other guy. You understand what I'm saying? So I just wanted to talk about that real quick and remind guys that everything about you is special. Everything about you is valuable. Everything about you is important. You understand? It's just up to you to see that value and learn how to articulate it. Just like how I took something as simple as the love of baking and turned it into something that shows valuable characteristics about someone's personality. You understand? Remember, don't ever downplay anything that you're passionate about or anything that you love or anything that is of interest to you. You understand what I'm saying? Because it don't matter what it is. Once you realize how to articulate it, you can connect it to almost any situation and show yourself to be a valuable person for that situation. You see what I'm saying? So, anything, man, anything that you like to do, make sure you keep it in your conversation. Don't take your interests and your hobbies and things that make you special and things that you're passionate about. Don't take them for granted. You understand? Keep them in your conversation. Be willing to let people know that, hey, that's a big part of who I am. You know what I'm saying? I like to wash dishes. Shit, I like to make house, I like to play poker. I like to, build a house of cards. I like to paint. I like to roller skate. I like to run. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You understand? The only thing is, like I said, learn how to articulate it. Learn how to make connections between your passions and the situations you're trying to put yourself into. You understand what I'm saying? That's what makes a difference between, someone who has game and someone who doesn't, right? Because it's like I was able to look at my homegirl situation, realize that she was signing up for a job in groups, and I'm like, yo, tell them that you like bacon. And I honestly, when I told her to tell them that, when I said that, yo, tell them that you like bacon while she was on the phone, I really didn't think about everything. I just knew that it was something special to her. And I said, tell them, but simply because it was special to her. But then when we had a chance to sit and break it down and I was able to, lace her with game about why it's important, that's when I even realized how deep it went. You understand what I'm saying? But it's really all about understanding your passions, understanding who you are, understanding how those things play a big part in the value of your identity, and then learning to articulate that to put yourself in the situation that you're trying to be in. You understand? So these type of lessons, these type of ideas can help you. Even a lot of times, guys, we talking about, I was talking to the girl and I ran out of shit to say. Like, what you mean you ran out of shit to say? Like, just talk about what you like to talk about. Talk about how that makes you a valuable person. You see what I'm saying? Like me, I love photography. I love videography and stuff like that. So I'm the type of person where, being that I love photography, I love to capture moments. I love to preserve memories. You understand? I have a great attention to detail. You understand? I can sense emotion. I can analyze a room. I can understand what's in the frame. You understand? I can understand boundaries. Take things and make connections in your mind and show the person that you're talking to, whether it be a job you're trying to get or a fucking bitch you're trying to fuck. Like, connect it, bro. Connect it. Understand that, yo, this is what I like, right? And it makes me special. And my speciality, the things that make me an individual, can help you whether you know it or not. You understand what I'm saying? Make those connections and let them see, yo, I'm talking to a different type of person. I'm talking to a different kind of man. And he understands how to make connections even where I didn't think there were any connections. He made those connections. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just a little bit of game. You know what I'm saying? Take that, do with it what you will. You know what I'm saying? Again, shout out to Lucario. Shout out to everybody that's on the Bad Boy membership. Shout out to everybody that's on the Patreon, listening to the Bad Boy Show, the Confidence Show. We got more stuff. We got a lot of stuff in store for y'all, man. We still got the Game Kings documentary coming. So, just wait up a little bit while all of this bullshit blows over. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, these are the things that make us special. You understand? And you find connections that allow us to put ourselves in situations that we want to be in. That's game. You understand? That's game. So anyway, the truth is inside you. Peace.